Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Claire. Welcome to another Sims 4 speed building video. In today's video, I'm back building in the world of San Myshuno and I'm really excited to share this one with you. I'm trying to create Carrie Bradshaw's apartment from Sex and the City. Sex and the City is my all-time favourite TV show and I've been wanting to recreate this apartment for a while now, but just haven't gotten around to it. So I'm in the middle of a big Cottage Living build at the moment and just wanted to take a little break from it and thought this would be perfect. I'm really happy with how it came out and I hope that you like it as well. I will say that the apartment, it's definitely not spot on to what we see in the show, but it's definitely inspired by Carrie Bradshaw's apartment. I tried to get it as close as possible while not stressing too much about it matching exactly. So yeah, I'll mention changes as we go around and let you know why I've decided to go with that. So the apartment that I renovated for this build is 20 Culpepper House. I decided to go with this one just because from what I could see in the game, this one has the most similar windows and layout to Carrie's apartment in the show, but it is a lot bigger. So I did have to cut off a good bit of this apartment that's just kind of like open dead space now. I probably could have done this better if I just done it as a single room build, but I did want to have this as a usable apartment if I did end up wanting to use it for a sim. So as you can see, I'm just working on the bedroom now. I play tested this apartment and because of the chair and I think because of the wall coming out, your sims actually can't get into that right side of the bed, so you would either need to play this with one sim or hope that the scoot feature works. I have seen a few people saying that is back working, but I haven't seen it in my game yet. My sims wouldn't do it, so I don't know what's going on there. And with the curtains that I'm placing now, I do just want to mention that if you download this apartment, the curtains are disappearing when I'm uploading it to the gallery for some reason. I'm not actually too sure why that's happening, but if you know, please let me know in the comments so that I can try and fix it. But I will list the curtains that I've used in the description, so if you download this and you want to put the same curtains back up, I'll have them listed below as well. I'll also have all of the other apartment information in the description as well, so anything that I forget to mention in the video, just have a look in the description. I'll probably have it in there if you're interested. So right now I'm just finishing up the bedroom, and what you can see me doing here is placing columns between the bedroom and living room. In the show, she has curtains there to separate the two rooms, but I just couldn't get the curtains to look right, so I decided to go with two columns instead to break up the space. So we're starting to work on the living room now, and I'm just placing down her little desk where you'd see her doing her writing and talking to Mr. Big on the phone. I was able to get the living room fairly spot on. The only item that was missing was the blue lounge chair that you see all the time. We do have one that's very similar in the game, but it just looked too big and I didn't want to size it down and make it unusable, so I just decided to leave that out and just go with the dining chairs, and I put an armchair in as well to look like the chair that Aiden gives her. And you'll see that now in a second. It's just off to the side with a lamp, so there's definitely plenty of places to sit in this apartment. If you do invite the rest of the girls over, they'll have a lot of space to sit down and enjoy themselves. With the kitchen, we'll be moving on to that in a minute, you'll see it is smaller than what's in the series, but I messed around with this layout for ages. That's why I decided to leave the layout out of this video. It just took such a long time and I didn't think it'd be very interesting to watch, and you'll see it as I'm going around anyway. But anyway, with the layout, the kitchen is smaller than what it is in the show, because if I made the kitchen bigger, the hallway just didn't look right. So I decided to just make that a little bit smaller and leave out the two reading nooks that she has in the show in her kitchen. I think they're reading nooks, they're like bookshelves and there's a little desk and a lamp. But since we already have a desk in the apartment, I decided to just leave that out and make the hallway look the same. While I was messing around with the layout of this apartment, I thought maybe I would use the extra space and make up rooms like an extra bedroom. I decided not to do that, just to make it as close as possible to the show. But you definitely could do that if you're playing in this lot. There's space for, I'd say, another 2 bedrooms maybe. You can see all that space off to the right, so that's all usable if you do place this in your game. And having a look at this, I had so much fun making this apartment that I will try and maybe recreate some of the other girls' apartments. If I can find a layout for Charlotte's apartment that she lives in with Trey, I'd absolutely love to try it and recreate that. It's so pretty in the show, and I found that Kerry's one was the easiest one to find a layout for, and that'd be the one that I most remember from the show anyway, so it was fairly easy to try and recreate most of it. There was bits here and there that I wasn't sure what was in the space, so I just put in what I thought looked okay in there. But yeah, we're just finished up the hallway now, and I'm starting to work on the kitchen. Like I said, the kitchen is a little bit smaller than what it actually is in the show, and the cabinets, I know they're the wrong colour. The only thing was the green counters that we have in the game are the exact same colour as the wall, and I didn't want them to just blend in, so I just went with a slightly different colour. And the same with the top cabinets. I thought the yellow cabinets on top looked a bit too much, and the country kitchen kit and cottage living counters just didn't look right in this apartment, and they're a bit too country for this apartment, so I decided to just use these base game. I think they're base game white ones. Like I said, all the packs I use I'll put in the description below, so all the information to do with the apartment. I didn't limit the packs that I was using, but I just decided to use what I have since this was just for a bit of fun. But I'll list all of the packs that I use in the description box as always, including the price and everything else like that. So yeah, the kitchen, I tried to keep kind of similar. There is some pictures up, and then there is a microwave off to the side that I didn't end up having space for, so I didn't put that in. I didn't think it was that important to include that, since in the show most of the time it's covered by the fridge anyway. I did find some really funny pictures while I was trying to find reference photos where our apartment layout is really inconsistent, so sometimes you can see through the counters into the kitchen, and then sometimes that's gone almost as if a wall has disappeared. And it was the same with the bathroom as well. Sometimes there's a window in our bathroom and sometimes there's not. And with the bathtub, sometimes it's a bathtub that has a shower curtain attached and sometimes it's not. So I suppose that's good when you're designing an apartment, because you can just pick between the two. And obviously I couldn't put the window in here, but her bathroom is fairly straightforward. So as you can see here, it is really basic. There's not too much to it. Off to the left hand side of the bathroom, I wasn't 100% what was over there, and I couldn't find any pictures online. And while I was recording this, I was actually re-watching episodes and skipping through to the parts where she's in her apartment to try and see what was there, but I just couldn't see it. But anyway, we are working on the last room in the apartment now, which is the walk-in wardrobe that she has. I feel like this is the most iconic part of the apartment. There is an item that matches her actual wardrobe more closely, but I decided to use these sectional ones from the Dream Home Decorator pack, just because you're able to customize them more. And honestly, I haven't had much of a chance to play around with these, and I do enjoy using them, so I decided to use these anyway, just because they do have the blue colour swatch and I could make them match up fairly well. So yeah, I did customize this a little bit more as well. I think in the show it's more straight, so I put these columns and mirrors in just to fill out the space a little bit. It was looking a little bit blank, so I know that's not in the show, but I just wanted to make it look a little bit more full and nice. But anyway, we are coming up to the end of this video now, so I'm gonna end the voiceover here. I'll have plenty of screenshots in just a minute, so please stay tuned for them. Please give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and leave me a comment, let me know what you think. I'd love to hear from you. Please subscribe to my channel for more Sims 4 speed building videos. Thanks so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.